I became a coach really actually as a result of everybody else asking me if I could give them some tips and things. I was an international triathlete for Great Britain and I competed on the world and European circuit for 5 years, and whilst I was doing that I used to get lots of followings and lots of questions and people contacting me. And in fact, one particular person asked me would I do some coaching, and I said, oh, I'm not really a coach at the moment. And I got so many of these questions that I thought, well, perhaps I actually should consider coaching. So I looked into it a bit further, and well, here I am. There are actually many, many ways that you can become a coach, and it just depends what sort of coaching that you're after. Now, I was coached whilst I was a triathlete by an ex-Olympian who actually had no qualifications, formal coaching qualifications at all. But you know, I don't really think that matters. It just depends on whether the person knows what they're talking about, and I suppose the qualifications just sort of prove that on paper. So what have I done? Well, I started off with NLP because it had made such a positive impact to me when I was competing myself. I did that course to find out more for myself, and it was actually massive doors were opened in so much as how much I could actually do for other people. So it's massively multifaceted. I then also did a nutrition qualification, and that was because I wanted to understand more about nutrition, because I was on a very low fat diet and competing at a high level, and actually I was making myself ill, and I did the course in order to find out what was going wrong, and from there then decided I would use my knowledge to help others to achieve their goals as well. Then I completed the Try New Zealand Try Coaching course, and that was just after I arrived, and I'm currently completing a personal training qualification. I'm sort of about halfway through at the moment, but there's many other things that I'd like to do, like sports massage and all sorts of things, but you know, I just have to take things one at a time. I could keep on doing courses forever because I love to learn. What I enjoy about coaching is that I get to see other people achieving their goals and dreams that I achieved whilst I was working on the international circuit. And it doesn't matter what size your goals are, what size your dreams are, it just means that someone is there to help you do that. And that is one thing that really does make me very passionate, is helping others achieve and fulfill their potential. And really that's what coaching is all about. It's not just about telling you how far you've got to run and what reps you've got to do and all that sort of thing. It's a whole holistic approach, mindset, mind and body, coaching and everything. And well, the statistics of the sessions is really just the icing on the cake. There's much, much, much more to it than that. And it gives me great pleasure to see other people achieving beyond what they expected. More specifically, with regards to the nutrition, like I said before, I was competing high level and eating a very low fat diet. Now that's the way I'd learned to lose weight when I originally lose weight. But what I didn't realise is that I was actually making myself ill, because the body needs a certain level of fat in order to operate, and lots of different vitamins and minerals are metabolized using fat, so you're actually depriving yourself if you go too low fat. My thyroid actually showed the signs of pre-failure, and I was monitored for 2 or 3 years on that, but miraculously, well, not so much so, as soon as I changed my diet back to full fat and ate sensibly, I didn't gain weight and my thyroid started working properly. So I decided it was time I needed to learn a lot more about this, and did an online nutrition qualification, which took me a couple of months, and it was very, very enlightening. I know a girl called Kim, and she used to do the sports massage for Team GB. Well, she actually might still, I'm not sure. And I was having sports massage the day before my World Championship race in Budapest in 2010. And she said, oh, would you like to come back later and do some head stuff? And I asked her what on earth that was. And she said, oh, just bring a piece of paper that details all the things that would prevent you from having your perfect race tomorrow. I thought, oh, fabulous, I could do that. And my page was filled to the brim. with all the things that might go wrong. By the end of the session, she had me verbally and metaphorically and physically tear this piece of paper right up, and I went on to have a PB best ever race the next day. So I decided that it was about time I needed to find out more about this stuff. So I did an LP qualification. Very, very costly. We had to make some big sacrifices as a family, and I went up to the north of England, and it was a 1 week intensive course. I had to stay up there all week, but it was most definitely worth it in the end. When I moved to New Zealand, it was around about the same time as an athlete in England was asking me if I would coach them. Now, I was a bit concerned at the beginning about how that would work, and I discouraged them from taking up the coaching with me because I wouldn't actually be around. But in actual fact, it's worked out just fine, and I'm really pleased about how it's gone. I'm in regular communication with this athlete, just the same as if I was in England. They're able to contact me easily and ask me anything that they want during the program. I send them programs by email once every month. At the moment, it's once a week, but that just changes depending on which they prefer. And we do a Skype session regularly, which is like a face-to-face chat really, but over the miles, and it's working out just absolutely fine. The wonders of modern technology means that the athlete can go and have someone video them whilst they're running on a treadmill in the gym. They went to swim in the lake and had someone video that, and then they can send it to me and I can analyse it and send it back. And there is really nothing that you can do. There's no limitations. Technology these days allows all sorts of wonderful things to happen. So there's no downfalls at all with having me on one side of the world and them on the other. It works just the same as if I was down the street. I've recently taken the step to go part-time with my day job in order to build up my coaching and personal training and that sort of thing. And my long-term aspirations are for me to be able to be full-time self-employed as a coach and a personal trainer, and to give up the day job completely. That would be the sort of quote that you hear, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Well, it would be sort of like that, because fitness and health and nutrition and empowering others to achieve their goals is what I'm all about. And if I could make a full-time living out of doing that, then that would make me really happy.